my home page, the front page of my home page built with sorry this one. Okay, and the front page of my site built with paragraphs only because I love paragraphs and I try to share this emotion with you. And what's the next? Yes, the main challenge of my presentation is to inspire you to use paragraphs in your Drupal sites and enjoy the paragraphs. But I think that a lot of developers now use paragraphs. Please hand up who use paragraphs, and I think that you know the strong points of this approach. Okay, let me go. There is a plan of my presentation, and first of all, I'm going to show a quick demo. After that, I said a bit, told you a bit about paragraph architecture, and there will be very quick discussion about different approaches that do the same or similar features as paragraphs, and also we are going to repeat strong points of paragraphs, and the main part of presentation I'm going to show several contributed models that extremely improve paragraphs approach and make admin area or some other features more user-friendly than we have for the case of paragraphs without any additional models. And also I want, in the end of this presentation, I want to share my contribution. It's a paragraph landing page framework with the demo. And if we will have enough time, there will be quick discussion about paragraphs. Okay, let's go. And there is installation of my package, and I need to use it only to install one demo paragraph, one demo page with paragraphs. And first of all, I want to show what kind of pages with very beautiful stuff we can set with with paragraphs. So all necessary dependencies will be installed. Yes, and now we have definitely complex page with, for example, text and image on background, with image and text, with countdown, and with some design elements, contact form, and even with the map. And all this stuff editable from backend. And it is a very beautiful feature for content manager. So we can, let me show what we have on the backend. So the backend of paragraphs look, if we have condensed view, we have list of paragraphs, and of course we can edit. For example, there is a Google map, and we can easily change this map, the location of the event, for example, from United Kingdom to Ukraine, and after that we will have this event. Oh, yes, we can also change the map zoom, but what I am going to show, the idea that there are very complex functionality and very complex content that we can include inside paragraphs. Let me go back to my presentation. And I need to tell a bit about paragraphs architecture. What is the paragraphs? It's an entity reference field with revision support. And there is a link to some basic demonstration, also link to entity reference revision. That's very important dependence that a paragraph model have inside, and also the link to a beautiful presentation by Ivan Zugik. And I strongly recommend to for all junior developers or content managers, take a look on that presentation, because it's very good explanation, the basic features of paragraphs. And let's go. Yes, the main question. It is obvious that we can include inside paragraphs all features that provided by field API. But what else we can include inside paragraphs? And we can put in paragraphs everything that we have inside Drupal. And there is an example, for example, contact formatter module. And from the box, if we put inside paragraph reference to contact form, we will have only entity ID and label formatters, but with additional models, additional context formatter, we can have rendered form inside paragraphs. And it's very cool because we can render different types of entities and different type of stuff inside paragraphs. What else? Yes, I need to say a bit about paragraph template suggestion. So on the left, we have a template suggestion, and what is cool in that suggestion? The first, we can use different markups for different paragraph types. But also we can use different markups for the paragraphs of one type, but with different view models. So, for example, we can create paragraph image and text and put one view model image in the right and the other view model image in the left. And for the paragraphs of one type, we can use different templates. Okay. And I need to go to the practical. What practical goals we can solve with paragraphs? And when I worked on this presentation, I found very good quote about that. Content manager want to have inside Drupal. So, of course, we do our sites for content managers, for users, for clients, and they want to have, from one hand, very usable admin area. From the other hand, they want to have total control on the content and total control on how it will looks like. And this is a quote, as a site admin, I want to be able to add different types of content chunks on any page with customizable background so that we have control over the styles and the layout all over the website. And yes, but we can provide this ability not only with paragraphs. We can use, for example, we can use native Drupal fields. And what is the main strong point of paragraphs versus with native Drupal fields? Paragraphs, first of all, paragraphs reorderable. And for example, if we did content type with one order of fields, we need to create the other content type with the other order of fields if we need the other order of fields in view mode, or we need to create the other view mode. And there is some 4 images that quickly explain architectural difference between different approaches. For example, the first image about entity reference. The second show architecture of paragraphs. The third, entity embedded. And the fourth, penalizer. And I'm going to go through all these methods and compare with paragraphs. Let's go. And there is the entity embedded approach. So we can, there is, for example, CK editor widgets, and we can put different kinds of widgets inside WYSIWYG. We can have, for example, multi-column text. We can have video. We can insert map, and it's this approach is very user-friendly. But from the other hand, it have, due to we put all this stuff by the fact in one field. For example, in body field in the node, I think that it a bit limit our abilities to customize and our abilities to manage all this stuff inside WYSIWYG. Yes, also there is a very good tool, penalizer, and we can create very beautiful pages with penalizer approach. And what is the difference between penalizer and paragraphs? I think that we can use a limited number of variants. So we need set several templates in penalizer, and for each node we can select one of the templates from prepared list. And yes, of course, I should mention a very beautiful instrument, bricks. It is the other alternative of paragraphs, and the strong points of bricks that bricks are reusable. As you know, there is a pain with reusability of paragraphs, but we can partially resolve this issue, and I'm going to mention how we can do that. But so the main idea is that there are a lot of instruments that can provide ability to create beautiful pages, and it's on your side what kind of tool you can select. But I try to show the power of paragraphs. And this is a list of reference with more complex information about different approaches and more complex comparison of these approaches. And I'm going again to go through strong points of paragraphs. And the first, we can include absolutely any functionality that exists in Drupal inside paragraphs. The second, that if we have paragraph, if we have paragraph field, we can use only that paragraphs type that we need. For example, if we don't need to have on such page video, we will not put paragraph with video, and by such way we can avoid empty fields. And the main strong point of paragraphs that they are reorderable, so we can put one paragraph up and on the other page we can change the order of paragraphs, etc. And also we can put one paragraph inside the other paragraph, and there is no limitation in that recursion. And we can have not the edit form with paragraphs collapsed, and it will look very compact, and we can only open that part of form that we edit now. And what's the next? Yes, I'm going to go through my favorite contributed models that allow to improve paragraph admin area. And the first item is class of paragraphs, and that model allow to add set of classes to each individual paragraph, and by such way we can manage the view of each individual paragraph. For example, we can set, for example, green class and or green background class, and each paragraph that will have such class will have green background, etc. And also I will let me show all other models. There is a very useful model, paragraphs edit, that provide contextual links for each paragraph. Out of box, we don't have such contextual links, and for example, in admin area we have a long list of paragraphs, and if these paragraphs have the same type, it will be very difficult to understand what paragraph we need to edit, and it will be very good to edit all paragraphs from view mode. And we have this ability if we turn on paragraphs edit model. And there is one more good feature. We have clone ability, and it's not a simple clone that add one more the same paragraph after the other paragraph. We can copy one paragraph to the other node, even to the node with the other type, but with fields with paragraphs. And what's the next? Yes, I should mention that if we are going to use paragraphs edit model, we need to be very careful about paragraph templates. For example, template in the left side will not work with paragraphs edit, and templates from the right side will works. And also a very useful model is paragraphs previewer. That model allow to preview a separate paragraph from not the edit form. So we can see rendered a separate rendered paragraph inside a light box, inside a model window. And there is a geyser model that do the same that do paragraph edit model. So we can edit paragraphs from view mode, but for example, if we use paragraph edit model, we go to the separate page with individual paragraph edit form, but their paragraph edit form appear in model, in Drupal model, in CTools model. And also, I recommend you to take a look on Bootstrap paragraphs. This is not a real model. This is a set of already prepared paragraphs, and if we turn on this model, we will have a lot of different paragraph types. For example, multi-column paragraphs, and also paragraphs with blocks functionality, views inside paragraphs, and even model box. So if you are going to create your paragraph types that will have very complex functionality, you have to take a look on that model, and maybe these paragraphs already exist, or you can check some ideas and to combine with your ideas. And also there is a very interesting solution. It's a parade model. It's an out-of-box solution that provide ability to create one-page sites or landing pages out of box. And what I like in that model, the first, they already have paragraph previewer inside, and the second, they improve admin area of paragraphs, and they put buttons to add paragraphs with small thumbnails, so user can see how paragraph can looks like before he or she add this paragraph. And what's the next? Yes, let me do a quick demo of all these contributed models. So I tried to run it on simple test, and it's a very good idea to estimate all models and to play with them on simple test. Let me install admin toolbar because it's very difficult to work without it. And I'm going to set, first of all, I'm going to set parade demo model that creates a demo page. And one moment. I should mention that on simple tests there are some dependencies that not correctly resolved for parade model, and there is paragraph type with the maps, and they will not work on simple test, so I need to delete them before I created I show you that, but one moment. So there is how it looks like, and you can see. Let me take a look how looks like native paragraph admin. So native paragraph admin out of box looks by the same manner, but we can significantly improve that admin. For example, with paragraph preview, and you can see that we can see individual paragraphs and understand what we are going to edit. And let me remove this wrong location paragraph, and what is it? Parallax, and save. And let me take a look how it looks like. And there is a set of paragraphs, and something not working. But what I am going to show the next? I am going to show paragraph previewer. Paragraph edit. Yes, paragraph edit. Let's turn it on, and go to this paragraph page, and as you can see, strange. Let me flush cache. Yes, you can see that appear pen icons, and we can edit each separate paragraph from front end, and it is much more user-friendly than edit that in native edit form, because we need to find that and we need to edit, and after that save. But so there is the ability how we can improve paragraph admin menu. And the second, I'm going to show how looks like geyser model. And let me turn off. Let me turn geyser. Let me turn on geyser model. Yes, and as I mentioned, the geyser model does the same as paragraph edit. Think flush cache. Appear hover, and we can edit on hover all the stuff that we have in paragraphs. So these models do the same, but you can select what approach preferable for your clients. And let me go to my presentation. We have very small time a bit time about my contribution. I have created paragraph landing page framework that have a lot of features inside, and that allow, first of all, there is a theme field that allow to switch themes, so we can have several landing pages or several pages with different themes. And paragraphs view mode, there is an ability to add classes and inline styles, and there is an ability to clone paragraphs and to export and import landing pages, and also there is an landing page geyser model that extends functionality of geyser model with sort, clone, add, and customize functionality. Let me show the last demo. What is it? So go to extends in the first demo box and turn on. First of all, let me turn the other example model. It will be landing page promo example, and also let me turn on landing page geyser model. And there is a landing page promo page, and on that page we have an ability. For example, there is order ability. We can reorder paragraphs. There is edit ability that goes from in native geyser model, and there is ability to clone paragraphs and ability to customize. For example, we can change colors. And ability to delete paragraphs, and ability to add. And so by such admin improvement, we can provide ability to easily manipulate of such kind of landing pages. Sorry, I think that I have too long presentation for such small time, and I think that the main slide that I want to show in the end of this presentation, that it is very difficult to support large model by myself, and I'm ready to any cooperation. And if you have any ideas, if you like one-page solutions, if you like paragraphs or such kind of tools, you are welcome to become commentators of that model. And also I am going to show more demos and to provide more information. If you want, please ping me in Skype or ask me on the breaks of that conference, and I have more demos. And in the end of this, again, there is a link to that presentation and QR code, and you can see the other slides that I can't show during such short presentation. Thank you for your attention.